and welcome to this week's guided reading with me, Becca Handley, for the 23rd to the 29th of January 2023. So we have just entered the Aquarius season. We had a very powerful new moon in Aquarius on Saturday the 21st. Sunday the 22nd, which is when I do my readings, is the start of the new Chinese year, and it's the water rabbit. And it's a very different energy to the tiger, which was the last year. It's quite a soothing energy. It's going to help calm us and to deepen our connection to our spirit and our creativity. So how lovely is that? Particularly if you're a sensitive soul, a creative soul, these energies are really supportive for people on that sort of spectrum of sensitivity, creativity, and usually they go hand in hand, so they do. So this new moon in Aquarius is an Aquarian being, starting a 20-year long transit of Plutus in Aquarius. And this is a really amazing new beginning for following our dreams, connecting with people who are like-minded. The Sun, Moon, Venus and Saturn are all in Aquarius, and that is powerful. Aquarius is a really it's a sign of liberation. It's a sign of connection to others, and with this water rabbit energy of the Chinese New Year, it's really about community. It's about coming together with friends, finding groups to grow as a person, spiritually, emotionally, on all levels really. Finding ways to express your creativity in groups is another great element to explore. So lots of people can be quite solo in their creativity, and that's fine, but you know, it's really encouraging us to find other people that we can kind of learn from and be inspired by, and we can inspire them. What else do we have here? It's about a sense of belonging and finding, you know, we are tribal beings, and we've been really encouraged to sort of be quite independent and almost self-serving by the institutions around us. And that is not what this new energy is. This new world that we're birthing, this new way of being, is about community and connection, taking us back to that powerful tribal sort of sense of being, where we come together and we have values of care and support. And yeah, soul, there's a real energy of the soul this year. What can you do to light your soul up? How can your soul be supported? Let me see if there's anything else in my notes. Yes. This year is encouraging you to have the freedom to be yourself. It's also saying, who would you be if you didn't have your doubts, your fears, your worries, your insecurities, if you didn't feel like you needed validation from the outside world, if you didn't think you were worthy of wonderful things, of love and support? Who would you be? That's the true you. All these things that keep us small are not the true us, and they are stopping us from really evolving and changing our vibration to one of love and acceptance, as opposed to fear and kind of keeping small. That's not what Great Spirit wants of you. Great Spirit wants you to shine, my darlings. So I am using the Dr. Stephen Farmer Power Animal cards. Let's see what lovely animals want to come out for us this week. 3-card reading as usual. Let's see what we've got. So I'm going to spread the cards out. There we go. And let's see what we have for Monday. It's a little upright otter. There he is, standing up for fine weather. Otters are so great. I love otters. They're so funny. Funny little creatures. Let go of control. So this is a card of stop trying to make things, this idea of like pushing against the river. You know, we really are being encouraged to go with the flow a lot more this year, and to stop blocking ourselves, to stop blocking what is. Unless there's something you are being really called to change, whether it's to leave, a relationship, to leave a job, where can you sort of soften in and let go of the situation around you so that you're not in that space of resistance? And it's also about letting go of the resistance to feeling, to feel our emotions. That's something that we're not encouraged to do quite often in our culture and our society. To be strong and stoic, and stoicism has its place, but also feelings are really a huge part of what make us who we are. They're a guidance system. When we're not feeling good, it's quite often a message that something is not right, or we're out of line in some way. So this is about, letting go of control. We're hugely powerful in our intention setting. so we can set intentions. But beyond that, it's really not about trying to make things happen, over forcing things. You know, go with the flow, take the guidance when you need to, call that person, apply for that job if you feel guided to. But when you're really trying to sort of control your lives with your ego, it's not going to flow, and the wrong things are maybe going to come to you because you're blocking the right things that the universe wants for you. So this is a card of letting go and control. I'm just going to get my little book here and see if there's anything else that I am missing from the order. Let's see. There's usually some additional words. Here we go. It says, so you think you're in control of the situation, do you? Well, that's something that everybody thinks much of the time. These efforts at maintaining control are most often based in habitual conditioned fear, born out of the many experiences where you witnessed others who were out of control. It was scary, dangerous, and maybe even life-threatening. You can be assured now that there's no more danger and you are safe. You can now safely relinquish control. So it's about surrendering, being very mindful of our fears. What are the things that we're scared of? And fear has a natural place in our world, in that, you know, if there's something that's threatening your survival or your well-being, then it's, you know, there's a fear will come up and it will propel us to move in a different direction. But quite often our fears are about not being worthy. Our fears are about not being, that we're going to be too much, or we're not going to fit in, or that people are going to judge us. And really, those things shouldn't matter. You know, as long as you're being true to yourself, you're being a good person, you're not causing havoc out there. It really is about being, it says here, opening your hands and heart and accepting the direction of spirit. In that acceptance, your will becomes the will of spirit, and your life flows much more easily through you and as you. Additional associations, sensuality, merging family and playfulness. So, you know, kids tend to go with the flow, don't they? A lot more than us. As we get older, our experiences can sort of start to shape how we react to the world, and we can start to become less open and less available. And what this card is saying is be more open, be more available. You know, keep your wits about you. Not everything is going to be for you, but let your spirit guide you, let your soul guide you, let your feelings guide you. And be open to something new, maybe. There we go. Right, moving on. What do we have for the middle of the week? We've had this guy recently. I think it's a good one for our times. Adaptability. Adapt to the changes that are happening. So it's kind of following on from Otter. You know, sometimes things happen in our outside lives that we don't have a lot of control over changing, and it's more about how can we change our attitude and our approach to them, and can we reframe them in our minds. It's very easy to judge a situation as wrong or negative, but actually sometimes things can be happening in a bigger way that we don't understand, and they're really supportive of you. It says here, it's important and necessary to use all of the life skills you've learned, not to get stuck in any rigid thinking patterns of behaviour or familiar emotional traps. And if you find yourself there, get unstuck as soon as you can. Walk outdoors, do something physical and mindless to shake things up a bit. You have to be flexible right now and adapt to the circumstances rather than trying to make the circumstances adapt to you. So it's really, again, about not trying to be too resistant to what is. Unless something is really not for you, you're not feeling that's good, and you can take some steps. You know, the serenity prayer. May I have the serenity to accept that which I cannot change, the courage to change that which I cannot accept, and the wisdom to know one from the other. You know, everyday life is presenting us with examples of either serenity, acceptance, or taking some constructive change. But quite often we stay in the middle, kind of reverberating, where we're not happy with the situation, but we're not doing anything about it, or we're blocking something because we haven't got the fear to change, or we're just stuck in some kind of habit of seeing something as wrong, and that judgment is keeping us small. So it's really about kind of opening up, and this Aquarian energy is really encouraging us to open up, to be spacious, to be more in contact with our soul, and kind of get away from our ego minds, our monkey minds, our sort of triggers, our old wounds. So yeah, kind of interesting, those two cards flowing in. And now we have one more card for the weekend. Let's see what we have here. Oh, lovely. The dolphin. He's a lovely, or she, could be a female dolphin, I don't know how to tell. It's a message of taking time to play. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, I know it's chilly, I know it can be a bit of a gloomy month, but there's lots of ways to find playfulness in your life, whether it's playing with your own children, playing with someone else's children, come together with mates, having a good laugh, having a dance, getting a board game out, getting into some nature and just having a kind of a nice time where you just free up your spirit again. It feels, I mean, this year it's a number 7 year. It's really about freeing our spirits. And so often, again, it's our minds that block the creative energy, the playfulness. You know, allow yourself to play, allow yourself to be in touch with your inner child, give that inner child some expression, maybe create, just do something nice, just some creativity. I'm obsessed with knitting at the moment, and it really is helping my own energies. I know I'm harnessing good energies. So find something that is playful, where you're not finding that you have to be judging yourself, or nothing has to be perfect here as well. That's the other beauty of children. They often just allow themselves to make mistakes, or as we see mistakes. So where can you free up your mind, free up your spirit this weekend? Have some fun. Find some laughter, come together with your mates, with your social groups, and let's raise the vibration in this last weekend of January. All right, my loves, thanks for joining. Take care. See you next week. Bye-bye.